Most people don't break under pressure because life is hard. They break because their identity was never strong to begin with. Think about this. Two people lose their job on the same day. One feels like their whole world ended. The other says, okay, this hurts, but I'll figure it out. Same event, totally different reaction. Why? Identity. In this video, you'll learn how to build an identity that doesn't collapse when life gets heavy. Not fake confidence, not motivational quotes, real, strong identity. The kind that stays standing even when everything else falls apart. And there's one hidden mistake most people make that secretly weakens them. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's start simple. Your identity is basically the story you tell yourself about who you are. Not what others say, not your job, not your grades, not your social media likes. It's the voice in your head that says things like, I'm the kind of person who quits, or I'm the kind of person who finds a way. And here's something powerful. Research from Stanford shows that people who believe their abilities can grow, this is called a growth mindset, handle stress better and recover faster after failure. Why? Because their identity isn't based on being perfect. It's based on learning. See, weak identities are built on things that can disappear. Money can disappear. Looks can change. Status can drop. Even relationships can end. If your identity depends only on those things, pressure feels like an earthquake. Everything shakes at once. But strong identities are built on values, not outcomes. For example, not I am successful, but I am someone who keeps trying. Not I am popular, but I am someone who treats people well. When your identity is tied to actions you control, pressure stops feeling like a threat. It starts feeling like a test. Let me tell you a quick story. There was a young athlete who trained for years to win a championship. The day came, he lost badly. Cameras were everywhere. People expected him to break down. Instead, he said something simple. Losing hurts, but I'm still the same person who works hard every day. So tomorrow, I train again. That's identity strength. The loss attacked his results, not his sense of self. Now, here's the problem most people face. They build identity like a house made of glass. It looks shiny, but one hit and it shatters. This usually happens when people tie their worth to one single role. I am my job. I am my grades. I am my relationship. So when that one thing goes wrong, their mind whispers, you are nothing. And that's where people collapse. Psychologists call this identity fusion. It means your whole self gets stuck to one thing. When that thing breaks, you feel broken too. So how do you fix this? You build identity like a table with many legs. Instead of one role, you create multiple identity pillars. For example, you are a learner. You are someone who stays honest. You are someone who keeps promises. You are someone who handles discomfort. Now imagine pressure hits. Maybe you fail an exam. That hurts, but your identity as a learner is still strong, so you don't collapse. Maybe someone rejects you. That's things, but your identity as someone who respects themselves stays intact. This is why resilient people don't fall apart easily. Their identity is spread across values, not stuck in one fragile place. Here's the key moment you need to remember. Pressure doesn't destroy people. It reveals what their identity is built on. If it's built on approval, it collapses. If it's built on comfort, it runs away. But if it's built on character, it grows stronger. So, how do you actually build this kind of identity? Start with tiny promises to yourself. Not big, dramatic goals, small ones. Wake up when you said you would. Finish one task even when you don't feel like it. Tell the truth when lying would be easier. Every time you keep a small promise, your brain collects proof. I am someone who follows through. And over time, this proof becomes your identity. Not fake confidence, real confidence, because it's based on evidence. And here's the best part. Once your identity is strong, pressure stops feeling like a storm trying to destroy you. It starts feeling like wind pushing you forward. So remember this. Don't build your identity on things you can lose. Build it on who you choose to be every single day.